transfer. He's got 16 catches for 177 yards this year. Had 4 for 40 last week at West Florida. Cordreese Mobley will be in the lineup as well. He's the number 4 receiver on the team in terms of number of catches, 11 for 121 and a score. And then Jalen Marshall likely to get a start with 15 catches and 234 yards and a touchdown. He's a 5'11", 170-pound sophomore out of Hamilton in Harris County. Forgot to mention that Mobley is a 6'5", 190-pound redshirt sophomore out of Clearwater, Florida. At tight end, we could see the trio, I should say, of Colin Jackson, a 6'5", 140-pound sophomore from Statesboro, Cole McCraney, a 6'3", 245-pound redshirt sophomore from Metter, and Skylar Niblett, a 5'10" freshman from Gainesville. He's got 3 catches for 19 yards. Jackson has 6 grabs for 106. Captain's meeting at midfield. Harold Cook stays on the sideline. He is one of the 5 team captains. He is not dressed out today. And we will see Bryce Campbell along with Devon Lane and as well as Tony Bethay.
Number 72, Bryce Campbell. Number 10.
And Jasim Henry. The Hawks are in all black today. Jerseys and pants are black. The numerals are blue with a white or silver trim, white trim around them. The white helmets with the blue and chrome stripe from front to back, white face masks, and the Hawkhead logo on the sides of the helmet. Our coin toss is taking place at midfield. Our referee today is Eddie Smith. Navy type pants. A little darker than a Royal, but not quite as dark as a true Navy. At least in my colorblind estimation it is. As we are getting set to go live here from Barron Stadium. Our officials, we mentioned Eddie Smith is the referee. The umpire is Jeremy Glasser. The center judge is Pete Henson. The head line judge is Andy Robinson. The line judge is Joe Dansby. The back judge is Kevin Angel. The side judge is Trevor Bass. And the field judge is Chris Adams. Defensively, the Hawks will have Jasim Henry, KB Bonds in for an injured N'Kobe Spurrier, Tony Bethay, and Christian Benson up front. The linebackers, they're a little banged up too. We expect it to be Devon Lane and Kobe Butts. And in the secondary, Trey Thomas, Hugh Barbie, DJ Walker, Trent McCord, and Tobias Lewis. We'll also see A.J. Howard and Jeremy Richardson out there, among others.
9 goes short as Nemo Reddish out of Rome High, his first pick of the season.
Getting ready to kick off here as they play the hype video on the scoreboard. That one goes back a few years. Nemo Reddish was featured in that. The longtime shorter defensive back. Tyler Simpson to kick off. This will be his 32nd kickoff of the year. 21 of them have been touchbacks. You can't beat that. And none out of bounds. And Simpson, a 6'1", 205-pound sophomore out of Cumming in South Forsyth High School. The right footer, sidewinder kicker, puts it into the end zone right across the goal line, and we will start with a touchback. So 1st and 10 for Virginia University of Lynchburg. So Matthew Jinks, a 6', 200-pound freshman out of Centerville, Virginia, Westfield High School. He will get the start at quarterback. We could see Dante Strickland. We could also see Nico Cleaves at the quarterback spot this afternoon. Jake Newman will be the running back. 195-pounder out of Charlotte. He's a Johnson C. Smith transfer. He will line up to the right of his quarterback. 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. We welcome you who are joining us on the YouTube stream this afternoon. I'm Mike Beavers, and the Shorter Hawks are underway against Virginia University of Lynchburg. Swing pass on 1st down out to the right flat. It will be deduced by the Hawks, and Shorter will make short work of that. Logan Crossfield coming across the field to make the play, and the Hawks will hold that one to a 2-yard gain. Again up front for Shorter, Henry, Bonds, Bethay, and Christian up front, the expected starters. Two receivers split to either side now on this second down and 8 from the 27-yard line. Off the right hash, driving left to right, handoff on the right, not going anywhere. Shorter wraps that one up very quickly. It was Newman with the carry, and Lane and company there to make the stop. So that will hold the Dragons to a third down and long. They'll give him a yard on it, so third down and 7. Defensively this season, Shorter is allowing a 34% success rate on third down. Three receivers bunched to the left side, just off the tackle's hip. One receiver split out to the right. Jinks back to pass. He's got pressure. He will throw it into the dirt. He wanted to dump it off to the short receiver. Was not able to do that. Darrell Hairston was the intended target, but he was getting pressure from the Shorter Hawks, and that will force a 3 and out on this first series of the game for Shorter. It looks like fall here in Rome today, 61 degrees as we kick it off. Humidity, though, is at 93%. The winds have died down. They were out of the north earlier at about 6 miles per hour. The high is supposed to be 80 today, but it's still cloudy overhead here at Barron Stadium in Rome. The snap is on the turf. It is picked up. The kick is away. It is a wobbly kick. It hits at the Shorter 45-yard line. It will bound ahead down to the 42, where it will be downed by the Dragons. And there are 2 flags in the offensive backfield. Ryan Pennant expected to be the punter today. And we'll wait on the call from Eddie Smith.
Offense, number 28. That 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the kick.
So the holding call goes against the Dragons. And it's R.J. Cunningham who will get the flag. They will add the penalty yardage to the end of the run, so that should put the football at the 48-yard line on the Dragons side of the field, and that is, in fact, where the officials step ahead to. And the Hawks will go on offense for the first time. Shorter comes in, averaging 303 yards per game, 120 on the ground, 184 through the air, 23 points per game on the scoreboard. First home game in a month, and Shorter is ready to go. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. As Josh Brown stands in, he will bring his tight end in behind the line of scrimmage. A looping snap comes back. The handoff will go to Mann. He will start left, comes back to the right. He'll squeeze out 1 yard on the right side, and he will look at the second down and 9 there, following the blocking of Anthony Moraes and Vinny Dresser that time.
Brought down by Casey Cotton.
Shorter will have Hardreese Mobley wide to the near side. 2 receivers split either way for Shorter as Brown surveys the defense. A 4-2 look for the Dragons. They'll show a linebacker stepping up to the line. Now he will peel back after motion. There's 3 receivers to the left. Pass is thrown. A crossing route is complete at the 45-yard line. Mosteller has it. He's got blocking ahead as he gets to the 30 and is forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They'll actually move the spot back right to the 30, but that is a first down grab nonetheless of about 14 yards, and Shorter has the first down.
Skyler Murray.
19 yards. And it is now first and 10 for the Hawks at the 30. They're driving right to left, and the ball is spotted just inside the left hash. Shorter has a bunch formation on the right side. Now they will depart and spread out to the right. And now the man will line up as a wide receiver. Now motion into the backfield from Mobley. He'll get the swing pass. He is around the right side across the 30 out to the 25-yard line. Excuse me, that was Marshall 5, not Mobley 4. And there is an injured Dragon on the field back at the 30-yard line, so we'll wait and see what the situation is here. Just underway at Barron Stadium. There's also a flag at the 30-yard line as well, and it looks like Shorter is retreating. The injured Dragon is at the 30-yard line. He's taken his helmet off and lying on his back there. The Hawks will come to the sideline. Here's the call.
Foul. Eagles line side block. Offense, number 35. 15-yard penalty. Play fourth down.
So the flag goes against Shorter for an illegal blindside block. And I did not catch the number, to be honest with you. University of Lynchburg will bring a linebacker. Brown will keep it himself around left end. He picks up about 2 yards down to the 42-yard line as he is wrapped up there. Andrew Houston with an assist on the stop there for the Dragons. Given 3 yards on the carry, and second down and 23 to go. So the Hawks, after a slow start last week, begin this drive in plus territory after the penalty on the punt, and then have a penalty themselves to back up. Brown back to pass on second down. He will throw near side, too high for the outstretched arms of his wide receiver on the boundary. That was Mobley on the side, as he had run about a 10-yard route down to the 30-yard line. The pass just sailed out into the boundary. Shorter now with a third down and 22. The Hawks enter the game 27% on third downs this season. A long look to the sideline. The offensive coordinator, Blake Robles. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As Brown has a back to his left, pressure coming off the edges. Handoff goes into the middle. Nice cut by Mann. He will go across the 40 up to the 35-yard line. He saw the pressure coming from the outside. He turned left upfield and got away from it. He'll only get to the 35-yard line, though, and that's going to leave Shorter with a 4th down and 15 to go. The line to gain is the 20, and it looks like we'll have a long field goal try by Tyler Simpson. He has hit from 52 this season, and that appears to be where this one will be spotted. 52 yards out, just inside the right hash. Jackson Moore is the long snapper, and Wyatt Walters is the holder. The Dragons have 9 on the line. As the snap is back, the spot is down, the kick is up, it's on the way, plenty of leg, and it's good. A second 52-yard field goal of the season, and the Hawks score on the opening drive. Shorter takes a 3-0 lead over the Dragons. 10:27 to go in the first. Back in a moment. Shorter football is on Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
A 6-play, 13-yard drive has Shorter up 3-0 over the VUL Dragons at Barron Stadium. Simpson with the kickoff after the 52-yard scoring kick. This one drops almost in the exact same space as the previous kickoff, right across the goal line on the left side, about number high on the field. And Shorter will go back on defense. The Dragons will come out with another 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Glad to have you along with us this afternoon after that month-long journey. Last game here was against Valdosta State, and the Hawks traveled to basically the Virginia state line to play Chowan, and then down to Carrollton for West Georgia matchup, and then back to Pensacola last week against West Florida. Finally back at home now. And the Dragons will be charged with a false start this time, as one of the receivers took off as the lineman.
Offense, number 4. 5-yard penalty, field first down.
And Rikari Daly, the freshman out of Lauderdale Lakes, Florida, and Coconut Creek High School, he just kind of took off. The lineman bent over to get in position, and that was a green light for Rakari Daly. So they'll back him up 5. It's 1st and 15 between the hashes. Handoff left side. Newman, he's going to be strung out toward the numbers from the hash as Shorter had about 5 of the defenders up there in his face. KB Bonds, one of those wrapped up around him, the sophomore out of Lexington and Oglethorpe County. They'll give him a yard, maybe almost 2 yards on the carry. So second down now at about 13 to go. The line to gain is the 35-yard line, excuse me. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. Shorter is up 3-0.
Second and 13 at the 22.
Second possession of the game for VUL. As Jinks, the quarterback, gets the snap, looks right. He throws incomplete. He had a man at the 25-yard line. That was Ryan Sims. He was guarded closely by one of the Shorter defensive backs who stepped around, almost got a hold of the ball. I think that was Hugh Barbie who got a hand on it.
Was broken up by Hugh Barbie.
And Barbie
3rd and 13.
is the 5'11", 180-pound junior out of Woodbury, a Mississippi College transfer. Came back to the Peach State. So 3rd down and 13 now. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Jinks gets the snap, drops back 3 steps, heaves it down deep. He's got a man open, but the ball hangs up into the air, and it will be broken up basically by the back of Shorter's Trey Thomas. The ball stayed up in the air. The receiver was open across the way. That was Hairston who had gotten behind the coverage, but with the ball hanging up into the air, that allowed Thomas time to catch up, and the ball might have hit him in the shoulder as they arrived at about the same time. So now the Dragons will have to punt once again. Ryan Pettit in to punt. He'll have a 3-man shield in front of him. Gunners wide to the right, 1 tight to the left. The ball will be snapped off the left hash. Snap is better, waist high. The kick is away. It's an end-over-end kick. It hits at the 45-yard line, goes ahead to the 50 and makes a right turn and heads toward the Shorter sideline. It will be fielded by Harold Cook on the sidelines, and Shorter will have the ball 1st and 10, this time at the 47-yard line. Started at the 48 on their last drive after a penalty. And the Hawks start out in good field position, which is the opposite of last week, the last couple of weeks, as a matter of fact. Shorter has been backed up on its end of the field in seems like the entire first half, or at the very least the entire first quarter of games past. 2 receivers split to either side for the Hawks. Strunk will snap it from the 48 on the left hash. Dragons showing blitz once again. They'll bring 1 linebacker. Everybody's up tight, though. The pass is thrown. Is complete to Bates at the 50. He will turn upfield, gets across the 45 and down to the 44-yard line into Dragon territory as he is finally tackled by Kendrick Cox, the Newberry College transfer from Sylvania, Georgia. Lynchburg recruits nationwide, basically. They have players from all over the map, or at least east of the Mississippi, it seems. Now, after 9 yards on that reception, 2nd and 1, handoff goes to man. He's got an opening. He's forward across the 40, cuts toward the middle of the field at the 35-yard line. Still on his feet at the 30, between the hashes. He'll get a shove from behind and go down to the 31-yard line is the official spot as Shorter's Price Campbell caught up with him and tried to shove the pile forward. And the Hawks will pick up the first down off that run by man. 13 yards. Saboynes made the tackle, and I apologize if you might be watching from Lynchburg. I did not get a pronunciation guide for the names, and I may butcher a couple here along the way. First down and 10 for Shorter. From the Dragons' 31-yard line. Again, they'll creep up. 6 on the line of scrimmage. Everybody will rush as Brown will roll out to his right side off of a nice, pretty play pass fake. Pass is thrown to the 20-yard line, down low and incomplete. Probably the intended receiver. And incomplete on first down. Well, that was a beauty of a fake. I watched man run around the left side, and just about the entire defense chased him. There was one defender who wasn't fooled, and he was guarding Mobley. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. From pretty much between the hashes, Hawks will snap it. 2 receivers and an H-back to the left side as Brown gets the snap. Numbers high. Play action pass. He's throwing deep. Has Bates in the end zone. He's got it. Left side. Touchdown, Shorter. A 31-yard touchdown pass. Flags fly late in the corner of the end zone. We'll wait for the officials to sort that one out. Bates had blown by the cover man on the left side, and Brown put it out in front of him. He ran to the catch, and Shorter is up 9-0 with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter and the PAT to come. We'll have to find referee Eddie Smith. There he is, back at the 15-yard line to see what the call was. It will be a dead ball, likely an unsportsmanlike call. Here we go.
Result of the play, touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 3. That penalty will be administered on the kickoff.
And there you hear the words of Eddie Smith, who says the Hawks are guilty. Kobe Bates gets the touchdown, but he also will get the unsportsmanlike call. And now Simpson in for the point after try. 31 yards on that pass, and with a rusher coming way ahead of the snap, he actually pulls up, crosses in front of the kicker, and the kick will tattoo him in the backside. And so everybody says it's no good, but there's an offside call. Some of the Dragons head toward the sideline, but there is definitely an offside call. That was Dwayne Harris, I believe, who got the jump. I mean, he was basically at the spot before the ball even arrived, and Simpson kind of looked at it and wasn't really sure whether to kick or not. He finally kicks it. So they'll retry the point after. As Eddie Smith tells us, it is declined. So we'll start this again. Jackson Moore, the long snapper, Wyatt Walters, the holder, and Tyler Simpson, the kicker. The Hawks have had 3 PATs blocked this season, but this one's up and good. And with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter from Barron Stadium in Rome, Shorter leads VUL 10-0. Back in a moment. Shorter footballs on the Mountain Coast Network.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
That was a 4-play, 53-yard drive for the touchdown. And Shorter leads it 10-0 after that 31-yard touchdown pass from Brown to Bates. That's Bates' first touchdown catch of the year. It's Brown's third touchdown pass, and if I'm not mistaken, that may tie him with his mark from last season. After the penalty, the Hawks will kick off from the 20-yard line, so no touchback here. The ball will be taken at the 20 by VUL. Returned left to the 35-yard line. Wrapped up there, though, and taken down by Shorter. And they'll get the ball to the 35. I might have misspoken there. 35-yard line, and that's where VUL will start its third drive. Von Ross, the return man. It's a Tiffin University transfer. And Shorter will go on defense once again. VUL does not have a first down yet in the game. Jinks is 1 of 4 passing for 2 yards. Newman has rushed 2 times for 3 yards, and he has the lone reception for 2 yards. So Jinks and Newman not letting anybody else play with the football. Motion across the formation on 1st and 10 from the 35. Handoff goes to Newman. He looks for some room on the left side, but there's just nothing there. He tried to get in behind his left tackle, Frederick Rogers, but Shorter too strong up front. He'll lose a yard on the play, so 2nd and 11 upcoming. Shorter had about 3 guys in black in near the stop. They'll give Benson credit for the tackle. So 2nd and 11 now from the 34-yard line. Off the left hash. 3 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Shorter with a 3-3 look on defense. As Jinks, 1-step drop, he'll pass, has his man complete, but only to the original line of scrimmage. So a 1-yard reception across the way. That's Ashley.
Brought down by Trey Thomas.
And that pass is complete for, well, they'll give him, I thought he was right at the first down marker. They'll give him 3 yards. I just totally didn't see it that way. So up to the 37-yard line they'll go. Was Hairston with the catch. Thomas got the tackle. Third down now. 0 for 2 on the afternoon for third down. 7 to go. They'll have to get to the 45-yard line. Jinks with some time, but it's going to run out, and he is hammered down back on the turf at the 29-yard line. Shorter comes through. Yes. KB Bonds comes galloping off the field. He, Henry, and Benson got back there. Will be credited with the sack. That's going to be a loss of 7 yards. So now 4th down. And they'll say just about 15 to go. Shorter will put Kobe Bates deep at the 42-yard line on his side of the field, as Pettit will put this in the air from inside his own 20. Snapping from the 30-yard line. Snap is number high. The kick is away. It will hit at the 40, takes a drag and roll. Bates will catch up and grab it at the 30-yard line to stop it from traversing any further. He will return to the center of the field and be dropped at the 31-yard line. So he did that to eliminate any further damage, but there isn't of the ball traveling toward the Shorter end zone. But there is a flag on the field back at the Shorter 44-yard line. We'll see what the officials determine here. Shorter is averaging.
The return, holding number 28 of the receiving team, 10 yards from the end of the kick. First down.
So Braden King will be called for holding on the return for Shorter, and that's going to put the football back to the 21-yard line. So Shorter will start at its deepest point, at least on this end of the field. They've started outside the 45 on the 2 previous drives. Shorter is averaging 64 yards per game in penalties, and that's a little un-Shorter-like. Some years that number is even below 50. Already 2 penalties for, actually 3 penalties now for 40 yards in the game. 1st and 10. Snap is waist high. Handoff goes to Mann. Brown is hit in the backfield behind. Flags fly everywhere. Mann will go forward for 4 yards out across the 25-yard line before he's dropped. But one of the Dragons came through on the right side and hit Brown after he'd handed the ball off. So roughing the quarterback will be the call here.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 48 is the defense. 15-yard penalty.
So a 19-yard play will be the result, and Shorter will get the football back. Well, they won't get it back. They have it. They'll just be moving ahead to the 41-yard line. Sorry, I'm changed my mind in the middle of the sentence there. So 41-yard line is where the ball will end up. I was trying to say they'll get it back outside the 40. It just never finished the thought. From just inside the right hash, 2 receivers left. An H-back to the right and man to the left of his quarterback, Brown. 1 receiver split to the far side for the Hawks. 1st and 10 from the 41. Off the play-action pass. Thrown, complete, grabbed at the 40-yard line by the Hawks. That's going to be Shorter's Jalen Marshall with a grab once again. He had 4 catches for 100 yards last week. And this one will put the football down at the 40-yard line after a 19-yard pickup. And the Hawks in business on the Dragons side of the field. Shorter leads it 10-0. 4:58 to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers and an H to the left side. Mobley is the widest of the receivers. 4 down linemen and a backer creeping up, and nobody will blitz. Brown, 4 steps to drop. He'll step up into the pocket. He's going to run. He's across the 35-yard line, crosses the 30, then slides in safely. They'll move it back to about the 28-yard line where his knee first hit. Actually, they'll put it all the way back to the 29-yard line. But nevertheless, a first down run for 11 yards for the Shorter Hawks. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Shorter looking to score on its 3rd consecutive drive. 2 receivers to the left. That's Mobley and Mosteller. One receiver split wide out to the right side. Now Niblett will step off the line of scrimmage. He will come across to the right for blocking. Handoff will go to Mann. He's got some room to work with. He's across the 25 and down to the 24-yard line. So he'll pick up about 5 yards there.
Correction, handoff to Carlos Mann.
This man took it right behind his center. Strunk that time. Strunk, Campbell, and Reyes working in the middle of the shorter line. Wright and Dresser on the outside edge. And Shorter with a 2nd down and 5. With a back to his right, Brown awaits the snap from his center. 2 receivers are split to the right. Play action pass. Now Brown drops back 5 more steps. Looks, has a man deep. Left corner of the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown, Shorter. Mobley with the catch. That one's good from 24 yards out, and Shorter adds to the lead at 16-0 over VUL. 3:21 to go in the game. In this game's first quarter.
Tyler Simpson will attempt the extra point.
Not wishing the afternoon away. As Simpson in for the point after try. Moore the snapper. Walters the holder. Snaps back, spots down, kicks up. Kick is good. 17-0. Shorter on top of VUL. 3:21 to go in the first quarter. Shorter with the lead on homecoming. Hawks are on the Mountain Coast Network.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
We've had overcast skies in Rome since the stadium opened this morning. The lights have been on for the entirety of the time we've been here. But the clouds are getting a little bit thinner. Back behind us, that would be to the south of Barron Stadium, as it's a little brighter here at Barron Stadium. It's all smiles and sunshine for Shorter right now, up 17-0. That was well, they don't have the stats updated. Around 6 plays and 79 yards on the drive for Shorter. Oh, there we go. 5 plays, 79 yards. And it was 24 yards for Mobley. 3:21 to go. VUL with the football at their own 25-yard line after the touchback. 3rd one and 4 tries for Tyler Simpson. Came into the game with 21. Shorter still with this 3-man look up front. 3 linebackers stacked in the game. Actually, they've got Henry dropped back, I believe. Rolling out on 1st down, caught in the backfield, going down. That will be Christian Benson with the sack of Jinx back at the 12-yard line. Benson got the good jump off the edge. That'll be his 2nd sack of the season. Maybe 2.5 if he was credited with sharing that one on the previous drive. Sack is all the way back to the 12-yard line. So a 12-yard loss, and it's now 2nd down and 23. Snapping the ball from their 12 off the near hash now. Jinx will look either way. Claps his hands, calls for the snap on this 2nd down play. Here comes a huge rush. He'll drop back to the goal line, heaves the ball toward the sideline. Nobody really in the area, but there was a receiver, Ryan Sims, who was about 10 yards further upfield. Pressure was coming. Henry was in his face and arriving in a bad mood as well. And that'll bring 3rd down and 23. A flag was thrown in case there was intentional grounding, but the officials confer and determine that there was a receiver near the area, relatively speaking, and he was out of the tackle box as Jinx had retreated back into the end zone just across the goal line before he heaved the football. 2 of 6 passing now for Jinx in the game, and it's 3rd down and 23 to go. Jinx gets the snap, numbers high. He will throw. It's a screen pass to the left side to his receiver, who will race toward the boundary. He has a couple of blockers out there, but will go out of bounds near the 18-yard line. So about a 6-yard gain there, give or take, and it'll bring up 4th down. It was Sims with the catch and run. And Howard with the tackle for Shorter, forcing him out of bounds anyway. So Ryan Pettit back into the punt. He has punted 3 times for an average of 33 yards. And Bates will stand at the Dragon 48-yard line. Nice snap. It's in. The kick is away under a pretty heavy rush. The ball hits at the 40-yard line, takes a shorter bounce back across it. It will retreat back to the 38, maybe the 39-yard line, and will be down there by the UL. So Shorter will have the football on the plus side of the field. They'll spot it officially at the 39-yard line. Shorter leads it 17-0 with 1:47 to go in the first quarter here at homecoming at Barron Stadium.
First and 10 for Virginia Lynchburg, 39.
Brown will start the drive. 5 of 7 passing, 2 touchdowns. And again, I'll have to go back and dig up the record book from halftime, but I believe he only had 3 touchdown passes all of last year. 3 receivers to the left and a tight end to the right. That's Niblett across the way. Safeties creeping up near the line of scrimmage. Bates goes in motion from left to right. He will whirly-bird around his quarterback, goes back to the left side, handoff to the right, and taken down in the backfield is Man. He tried to race around the right side, but he was caught by Kendrick Cox, KC they call him. He will race into the backfield and grab Brown and drop him for about a 3-yard loss back to the 42-yard line. And 2nd down and 13 to go for Shorter. The line to gain will be the 29 in Dragon territory. Marshall wide to the right. Mobley wide to the left. Off, 2nd down and 13. Quick pass thrown near side. It's a little high for Bates. He can't pull it down. Bates was dropped back behind his blocker, Kadrice Mobley, who had taken off and was stalking the defensive back. But as Brown gunned that one in, Bates reached up one-handed, couldn't pull it in. And it will be 3rd down and 13 now. The Hawks are 0 for 1 on 3rd downs this afternoon, to contrast with 0 for 4 for VUL. Brown with 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. 3rd down, 13. The line to gain, the 29. He'll drop back 3 steps. Now steps up in the pocket. Guns it near side. Has his man Mobley at the 35. Nice form tackle. He's picked up and put down there. Travell Cook with the stop. The pass is complete to the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 8 yards, and not enough for the 1st down. And looks like we will see Walters again. He already has a 50, Walters to hold. Simpson to kick from the 42-yard line. So his 2nd attempt at a 52-yarder today. He hit the first one from the right hash. This one will be from the left hash. If he makes it, it'll be his 3rd 52-yarder of the year. Jackson Moore, the long snapper. We've already mentioned Walters, the holder. The kick is on its way. You might have heard the foot hit the ball, and it will flutter through. Another 52-yard field goal for Tyler Simpson. And the Hawks lead it 20-0 with 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter at Barron Stadium. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network. Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687. Welcome back to Barron Stadium. That was a 4-play, 4-yard drive that resulted in a 52-yard field goal by Tyler Simpson, his second of the afternoon. And he'll kick off again. This one a high, shorter kick this time. It will be bobbled. Two returners run together. They'll finally pick it up across the 10, out to the 20, maybe the 25-yard line. Goes Dustin Placide for VUL. He had run into Vaughn Ross. And the Alphonse and Gaston, it wasn't I've got it, you got it. It was neither one of us have it. They run into each other. The return is good for about 15 yards, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. After one on homecoming, Shorter leads VUL 20-0. Back in a moment. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
Back at Barron Stadium as we get set for the second quarter. Glad to have you along. I'm Mike Beavers, alongside video producer Ava Sanders and camera operator Cole McDaniel. Glad to have you along with us on the Mountain Coast Network and on the YouTube stream. Shorter enjoys a 20-0 lead over the VUL Dragons on homecoming. We swap ends of the field. Dragons now going right to left, and they'll start this at the 26-yard line, moving right to left now. Three receivers split wide to the right, one to the left side as Jinx gets set. We'll go over the stats from the first quarter in just a moment. Handoff into the middle of the line. He'll excuse himself past one man, Newman will, but he'll be wrapped up by two more Hogs and be put down eventually after a pickup of about one out to the 27-yard line. And finishing him off for Shorter is Kobe Butts. In the first quarter, Shorter had 7 first downs to none for VUL, 42 rushing yards to -17 for the Dragons. Shorter with 107 receiving yards. VUL has 11. All in all, Shorter had 17 snaps for 149 yards. VUL has 13 snaps for -6 yards. Here now, a second down and 9 to go. Emptied backfield. Jinx spins right, fires it, has his man complete. In the backfield, he will go back to the line of scrimmage before being tackled across the way. A flag is thrown where the play ended, as making the grab was Rikari Daly, and we'll see what the penalty is. Out near the tackle. Expect it might be something resembling, perhaps.
Legal formation
Nope.
on the offense, more than 4 in the backfield. That penalty will be declined. Third down.
So even though it were an empty set on that play,
3rd and 9.
there were still 4 men in the backfield. The penalty is declined, though, so Shorter can keep VUL with a 3rd down and 9. The gain was only back to the line of scrimmage, as Shorter had Thomas and company across the way making the stop. 3rd and 9, 0 for 4 on 3rd downs in the first quarter were the Dragons. From the 27-yard line to gain is the 36. Jinx has pressure. He'll try to keep it himself. He will run forward. He's going to hit the turf at the 25-yard line. Jinx keeps and will lose 2 on the play, so 4th and 11 coming up as Shorter's defensive front has had his way so far this afternoon.
4th and 11, 25.
Tony Bethay credited with the tackle for loss. And now Ryan Pettit back in. 4 punts for an average of 30 yards now. And He'll put it in the air inside his own 15-yard line. The ball will be snapped from the 24. Kick is away. It's an end-over-end kick. It hits. It's going to take a roll. That's going to be a good one. Across the 40 to the 30-yard line, slowing down momentum, and will roll out of bounds at the 24-yard line on the shorter side of the field. Best effort of the afternoon so far, as that one's going to be about a 50-yard punt when all is said and done. Shorter had no opportunity at the return because they kicked away from Bates. And the Hawks will get the football back ahead 20-0 with 13 minutes remaining in the first half at Barron Stadium. They'll spot it officially at the 24-yard line. A 51-yard punt, they'll say. And Shorter ready to go 1st and 10 as everybody gets set. Brown, the quarterback, 6 of 9 in the first quarter with 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and 107 yards. He will hand off to Mann. Mann breaks it to the outside. He's across the 30. He'll spin out of a tackle attempt. He'll go ahead to the 32-yard line. So he will pick up about 8 yards on that scamper, maybe even 9 where they put the spot. Yeah, he's going to have it at the 33-yard line. So give Mann 9 yards on the carry. He's got 7 rushes for 37 yards now.
On the tackle, again up to the 33-yard line.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, an H-back to the left side, and Mann to the right of his quarterback. Again, safeties creeping up on the line. They'll bring pressure. Brown will pass, has his man on the slant, through the hands. Zipped that one right through the hands of Marshall, who was breaking on the slant around the 50-yard line. Might have been a short post route, but that one just went right through the gloves, and it will be 3rd down and 1 to go. Brown can really put some mustard on the football when he has time to wind up. Marshall has 1 catch for 19 yards on the afternoon. Mosteller 1 for 17. Mobley 2 for 31 and a score. Bates 2 for 40 and a score. 2 receivers and an H-back to the left side. Brown off the double move. He will now throw deep. Nobody home. That ball landed at the 40-yard line. Mobley had gotten forced inside and was at the 45 near the hashes. The ball landed near the sideline, so the out and up move ended up being an out and in, more or less. Now, I didn't watch his path as he took off from the ball, but nevertheless, the Hawks cannot convert, and that will be Shorter's first punt of the afternoon. Walters averaging 37 yards per kick, has a long of 56 on the year. Shorter, with everybody spread out wide this week, only 3 interior linemen. The punt is away behind the 3-man shield. It's a high end-over-end punt that will be caught at the 34-yard line as Ryan Sims will make the fair catch and hit the turf at the 34-yard line. So the first punt of the day. As the computer seems to be not cooperating. Here we go. .33 yards on the punt. The computer faded to black right as I started to tell you that. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1st down and 10 for VUL. 4 down lineman for Shorter this time. Handoff goes to Newman. He will get outside on the corner. He'll pick up some positive yardage out to the 39-yard line before he is slammed down by Thomas and Butts and company. That will slam him down there. Pick up about 4.5 yards. They keep moving the down marker across the way, doing a little Texas 2-step back and forth. We're going to call it a gain of 5. So VUL has a 2nd and 5 upcoming. That may be their best play on 1st down this afternoon. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. The ball on the left hash as VUL is driving right to left. They're down 20-0 with 11.5 minutes left in the first half. Again, the handoff to Newman. He starts forward, but one of his linemen is driven back, or at least was dropping back in front of him, and that will trip him up. He'll lose 3 on the play. Newman gets up and looks at his lineman like, what are you doing? And then the lineman displays his blocking formation. That was Frederick Rogers. He said, hey, I'm supposed to turn this way. yards, but he turned into the path of Newman, so, a loss of 3. And third down and 8 to go. The line to gain is the VUL 44-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and H-back on the left also. Play action pass. Here comes pressure. Jinx just has to eat it back at the 27-yard line. Henry got there first. And Matos in as well. Henry got there just a little bit more quickly, I believe. And that'll be the 4th sack of the afternoon by the Shorter defense. Henry has been in on at least 2 of them, and now they'll have to punt. The VUL is short a man, I believe. They're signaling out to the sidelines, but nobody comes forth, so I guess they've got everybody out that counted. They have no wide gunner to the right side, though. Snap is waist high as Pettit will crouch a bit and catch it. He will punt. Shorter had Thomas there to return that time. He will make the grab at the 45-yard line on his side of the field, but be dropped immediately. And Shorter will get the football at that point.
Right, Thomas on the return.
Hawks lead it 20-0. 9:47 to go in the first half here at Barron Stadium on homecoming. Starting to see some sun hit the buildings off to our north and east. Clouds are breaking up overhead. A few little swatches of blue and amongst the puffy gray clouds ahead. Shorter with the football in the 20-point lead. 2 receivers right, a tight end and wing on the left side. Handoff into the left side of the line with a good surge by the Shorter offensive front. They'll push everybody forward 5 yards. Man with the carry. He'll get 5, maybe 6. And Shorter with a nice run on first down. A little bit of scurrying around after what I thought man had been down. He might have not been quite down yet, or perhaps the ball had come loose. But no mark on anything, so it's a 6-yard run. Saboynes with the tackle. Second down now, 4 to go. The line to gain is the VUL 45. Off the left hash, Strunk calls out some signals to his offensive lineman. Pressure off the left edge of Shorter. That run goes to the right, though. Man leaps over a man in the backfield. He will spin past another man in the backfield, but he's caught by 3 more as he could not get around the right corner. That's going to be a loss of a couple. One defensive back came through, dove at the legs, and man leapt over him. Then he spun inside the second man. But 3, 4, and 5, the next trio of Dragons end up taking him down. So a loss of a couple. Third down now, and 6 to go. Again, the line to gain is the VUL 45-yard line. 2 receivers left. Dragons with 4 on the line. Now they'll bring 6 up into the box. As Brown looks right, fires, has his man, complete, first down, steps out of bounds, Marshall does, after making the grab at the 42-yard line. He was covered on the near side by Gary Zanders, who was in on the tackle in the previous play. But that catch is good for 9 yards, and Shorter has a first down. Hawks lead it 20-0. 8 minutes to go in the first half. On a pleasant fall afternoon. It was chilly at times this morning, but it's just a great early November day now. 2 receivers to the left side, handoff into the middle with blocking. That's Aaliyah. He's across the 40, down to the 35, still going, and he is down to the 32-yard line. Shorter, however, is going to be flagged, I believe, for a late block on the play, as it might be Marshall, who gave a late shove as the play was winding down. Not a call that Zach Morrison, head coach for the Hawks, is in favor of. But I'm sure Tim Newman, his counterpart across the way, is happy with it. The officials will discuss it. We'll see what's going to happen. The run was going to be good for about 10 yards for Aaliyah on his first carry of the game. And we'll see what Eddie Smith and his crew determine here.
The result of the play was first down. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary reference number 33.
Actually,
15-yard penalty.
they instead call Skylar Niblett for the shove. I thought it might have been Marshall who had pushed someone. The play results in the first down with a 10-yard run. They'll call it a dead ball penalty, and they'll move it back. So the pigskin goes back to the 47-yard line, and Shorter will snap it there. 1st and 10. 2 receivers and an H-back to the left side. Now that's Rachel. Out of Rockmart, Aaliyah takes the handoff. He'll get the corner right side across the 45. Steps out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And Aaliyah sprints back toward the offensive huddle, as if team's huddled anymore, but he'll get back into position. Pickup of 5.5 on that one. Again, they'll do the little two-step at the down marker. And with the linesman in front of him moving to one side and the other, it does look like a scripted move across the way. 42. Maybe like Ross and Monica with their New Year's dance on Friends. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. As the handoff, right side, nice opening, forward. Near the first down mark goes Aaliyah. He's going to be right at the mark. He had to get to the 42-yard line. I think they're going to give him the first down there. We'll see. Still waiting on the official signal from the refs. Nope, they're going to say it's just a little short. The ball is on the left side of the 37-yard line. Apparently he had to get to the right side. No, now they'll say it is a first down. And Zach Morrison working the head linesman on the near side, saying, hey, come on, that's a first down. I used to be a center, I know. 1st and 10 now. After the run by Aaliyah, he stays in the game. He'll get the handoff again here. Left side, he'll try it as he gets wrapped up by the legs. He'll fall forward to the 35-yard line, so he'll get 2 yards there. And Ronnie Alexander out of Olive Branch, Mississippi, will make the ground. He came off the right edge and just dove and wrapped up the legs of Aaliyah and took him down. Held him to a gain of 2. Long look back to the sidelines for the signals to come in. Now, Rachel will line up to the right. It's a couple of yards off the ball behind his right tackle, Ja'Cory Wright. Safety's creeping up on that side as well. Handoff goes to Aaliyah. He'll break through. He's forward to the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. So that'll be a gain of about 6 yards, maybe 7. He's going to leave it with 3rd down and a couple. And 6. 3rd and 2. 6 indeed. So the Hawks looking at a 3rd down and 2. 1 of 4 on 3rd downs this afternoon. They'll have to get the ball across the VUL 27-yard line from right between the hashes, and the Hawks driving left to right. 5 minutes left in the first half, and Shorter leading it 20-0. Rachel will shift from the left to the right side. 8 in the box again. Handoff to Aaliyah. He will run through a tackle. Spins forward. He's got the first down. He'll get down to the 23-yard line. They'll wave on the chain game. Looks like they've got him stuck. Or no, the guy on the backside just wasn't ready to move yet. So they'll move the chains now. And Shorter has another first down. All on the ground this drive, just burning clock, letting the offensive line push around the defensive front for the Dragons. 2 receivers split wide to the right, 1 to the left. This will be the 10th play of this drive. 2 receivers to the right and an H-back there. Brown will keep it himself off the RPO. He'll lob it into the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Mobley with his 2nd catch of the afternoon, and Shorter is up 26-0. They ran it, they ran it, they ran it, and they ran it, and finally Brown pulls it, rolls out to his left, finds a wide open receiver in the end zone, and that will be the 3rd touchdown pass of the day for Shorter's Josh Brown, and the Hawks lead it 26-0. 2nd touchdown catch of the day for Mobley. And Simpson on for the point after try. Movement up front. VUL will make contact. So Shorter typically declines this. So they won't take it the half distance to the goal line, the 1.5 yards. Simpson will kick it from his regular position at the 10-yard line. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Shorter leads it 27-0. 4:09 to go in the first half on homecoming. Back in a moment. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Tyler Simpson will kick off for Shorter.
A 10-play, 55-yard drive results in a 23-yard touchdown pass from Brown to Mobley. Third touchdown pass of the afternoon for Brown. Second catch in the end zone for Mobley, and the Hawks are up 27-0, 4:09 to go. In this first half, on homecoming on Barron Stadium. Simpson to kick off. This one lands right on the goal line and bounds in for the touchback. Lost track now. I think that's his 4th touchback of the afternoon. And VUL will get the football back at the 25-yard line. Brown now 8 of 13 passing for 139 yards. 3 touchdowns and a long pass of 31. Man has rushed 9 times for 41 yards. Aaliyah 6 times for 34 yards. And Brown 2 times for 14. All in all, Shorter has 89 yards rushing. Mobley has 3 catches, 2 for scores, and a total of 54 yards. Bates has 2 catches for 40 and a touchdown. Marshall 2 catches for 14. And Mosteller 1 catch for 17. Jinks back to pass on 1st and 10. He'll pump once, throws, has his man, but it's a completion for 2 yards out on the boundary at the far side of the field. As making the grab for VUL, that's going to be Ryan Sims across the way. He was working against Trey Thomas for Shorter, and it's a pickup of 2. They'll give him 3 actually to the 27-yard line. So 2nd and 7 to go for the Dragons. Their white helmets with a V on the side of it in blue. Screen pass thrown near side, but caught. There was no blocking. The receiver didn't. Maybe it was just a stop route instead, because there was no blocking. The tackle was made after a pickup of 1 yard. It's Hairston who makes the grab. I thought it was going to be a screen pass, but the inside receiver beside him just took off down the field and gave no blocking support. And that was Dustin Placide, but the gain is 1, maybe 2 yards out to the, just across the 29-yard line. 2 receivers to the right on this 3rd down. Jinks backs to pass. He has some time. He heaves it deep. Shorter's drawing a bead on it. Can't get there. The pass was, again, a little short. It hung up in the air. The receiver stopped and tried to come back across the way for VUL. That was Sela Cephas. He was guarded by Bates. Coming across the field, though, for Shorter was DJ Walker. He was trying to pick up his 2nd interception of the year. The ball was short, and Walker couldn't catch up to it. So VUL will have to punt. Pettit back in. This will be his 7th punt of the afternoon. He's averaging just shy of 33 yards. Bates will be deep for Shorter. Excuse me, that's Thomas. He'll be deep at the 45. VUL, however, will call time out. 3:17 to go in the game. And the Dragons, with a 3-and-out, will punt it away when we come back after this short timeout, with Shorter up 27-0. Shorter football's on MCN.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Grab the wrong knob. Headed back into punt. Shorter with the return man at the 45-yard line. High snap. He'll pull it down under some pressure. End over end kick again. And it will be taken by Thomas at his 35-yard line. He will sidestep a couple of defenders. Moves forward for about an 11, maybe 12-yard return up to the 47-yard line. So Shorter with the football, first down and 10 there. Had a chance during the break to confirm it. Oh, there's a penalty.
Shorter starts first and 10 at the 47.
So apparently Shorter ran into the kicker, so they'll take 5 yards off the return. That would put it back near the 42-yard line once that is taken care of. Got a chance to look back at the stats. Brown last season in 11 games completed 63% of his passes for 1,501 yards. Actually, the penalty goes against VUL. I misunderstood. He had 3 touchdown passes and 9 interceptions. So today, Shorter's Josh Brown, with 3 touchdown passes in the first half, has equaled his total for all of last year during his freshman season. So the penalty goes against VUL, and before we can get the first snap off, and Anthony Moraes, the right guard, called for a false start before the snap can get started. So that'll be a 5-yard step off. Puts the football back to the 48-yard line. So first and 15 from there. And I missed let's see if I can scroll this back and get the penalty. Oh, VUL was penalized for holding, not running into the kicker. There was a Hawk rolling on the ground, but apparently he was pulled down by a VUL defender. Handoff on first down and 10 around the right side will go to the 40, maybe the 39-yard line as Aaliyah got the carry. He'll get back the penalty yardage and a little bit more. About 11 yards on that run. More with the tackle for VUL. And Shorter now with a second down and 4 to go. They'll have to get across the 33-yard line in Dragon territory. Off second down and 4. Pass is thrown to the near sideline. Nice tight roping move by Mobley. He'll make the grab at the 30. He'll get the first down catch there. And Shorter will move the chains once again. Hawks are up 27-0 with 2:22 and counting in the first half. 6 yards on that reception, by the way, before he stepped out of bounds. And nice job with the twinkle toes on the sidelines in front of the Shorter bench. Off play action, first and 10, pass is thrown. It's that same route. This time it's blocked down. The same post route that was run earlier. This time the defender will catch up with the ball. And that is Ronald Stevens, the corner, this time step for step with Marshall. The first one, you might remember, went right through Marshall's hands. This time it was going to be the VUL defender Stevens, who might have gotten a hand on it and knocked it down. Now the sun is out in full force here at Barron Stadium as Shorter is looking at a second down and 10, but up 27-0. Through the middle of the line goes Aaliyah. He will break a tackle as he gets outside at the 25, ahead to the 20, down to the 15 before he's run out of bounds by Travell Cook. So Shorter now at the inside the red zone, I should say, as we go to the 2-minute timeout. 1:57 to be precise, remaining in the first half here at Barron Stadium. 27-0. The Shorter Hawks lead the VUL Dragons. We'll take a break. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
yards on that run for Aaliyah. He's now got 8 carries for 62 yards to lead all runners in the game. Shorter now with 34 snaps for 262 yards. We still have 1:57 to go in the first half, and the Hawks are up 27-0. Shorter came into the day averaging 300 yards, 303 to be precise, per game, total offense, scoring 23 points per game, rushing for $120 and passing for 184. Right now, Shorter has rushed for 117 yards, passed for 145, and has a total of 262. So things going well for Shorter against the 2-7 VUL Dragons. Lynchburg, Virginia, about a 10-hour trip, if memory serves. Shorter went, I think I had figured it up at 4,000 miles just in the month of October in travel. Glad to be home. First down and 10 to go from just inside the 15-yard line. VUL crowding the line again. Brown back to pass. He's getting some pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Runs it to his left. Cuts back inside the hashes. He's down to the 10-yard line, but a flag flew. And you might have heard the crowd groan just a little bit because it's in the area of holding as usual. The gain was good for about 4 yards. We'll see what Eddie Smith has to say as Shorter starting to walk back. Well, they'll pause a little bit and see.
Holding, offense number 33. 10-yard penalty from the previous.
And there it is, Skylar Niblett, the freshman from Gainesville. The Red Elephant is tagged for the penalty.
20 and 24.
He will now line up on the left side. Marshall goes wide to the left side. 10-yard step off. The ball is at the 24 now. So 1st and 20 for the Hawks. They can get a first down inside the 5. Brown will hand off to Aaliyah, who has a huge opening to the left side. He is forward to the 20-yard line before Virginia University of Lynchburg collapses on him and makes the tackle.
Tackle made by Ryan
Stevens, Sims in with the tackle. And pick up a 5 there. So 2nd and 15. 1:22 remaining. Shorter snapping the ball from just inside the 20. And the Hawks are up 27-0. Glad to have you along with us, whether you're on audio with the Mountain Coast Network or watching us on the YouTube stream. Produced by Shorter University. Brown with a long cadence. He'll look to his right. He's going to throw for the fade to the end zone. Right side, incomplete. Marshall went up for the ball. Looked like he might have been held just a little bit, but no call on the play. He had drawn coverage on the near side by a VUL defender. They were wrapped up pretty tightly.
They're down to 19.
So now it's 3rd down. And a long 14 to go. 3 receivers to the left. Brown steps back 3 steps, looking to his left, has to unload under pressure. The ball flutters a little bit and won't reach its target. It will hit the ground at the 2-yard line on the mark and bounce out of bounds on the sideline hash. Mosteller was the intended receiver, but pressure was coming from the backside, or from the backside, his left, and might have been hit as he got rid of the ball, and so that one will be incomplete. 53 seconds remaining, and Tyler Simpson back in for a field goal try. This one will be from 36 yards out. The ball is spotted just inside the right hash, or on the right hash, I should say. Snap is back, spot is down. The kick, I don't know if it was touched, but it spiraled. It might have been touched. It looked like perhaps Travell Cook might have gotten a hand on it. The ball took off. Yeah, in fact, he will get the block. And the ball took off. Cook got a hand on it, and then it went to a spiral and almost a curveball as it spun down around the 5-yard line. So that try is no good. He's hit from 52 twice, but the try from 36 is no good. And now VUL has 53 seconds of second quarter clock remaining to try to matriculate down the field. 27-0. Shorter up.
We set the game clock for 48 seconds. 48. Thank you.
If Officials asked to reset the game clock to 48 seconds.
Starts first and 10, 20.
So VUL back, driving toward the sunshine now as it's headed westward. Bright sunny day, now just a few puffy gray clouds overhead. New quarterback in the game, rolling out to the right side. He'll dump it off at the 10-yard line, forward to the 15, 16-yard line. The problem is that's going to be a loss of 4 as Stephen Stewart, Nico Cleves, read the wrong line. Nico Cleves will come in at quarterback.
Jacob Newman.
This pass is complete, but for a loss of about 3.5 yards. Cleves has had some action this season. He's a 6'2", 215-pound junior out of Charlotte. More of a running threat. He will keep it here, goes around right in. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard further. So that'll be a pickup of about 4 yards, and it brings up third down. They'll say he went out right at the yard marker, first down marker.
Third and 10, 20.
The marker for the first down. I'll get that right in a minute. For where first down starts. Heck, it's third and 10. 27-0, Shorter up, 31 seconds left. Cleves back to pass. He's going to heave it deep downfield, far side. Almost a beautiful one-handed catch at the 45-yard line. The Dragon receiver sailed up into the air, had one hand on it, almost pulled it back in, but could not make the grab complete.
Cleves pass goes incomplete.
That was Cephas, who was the intended receiver, guarded across the way by Trey Thomas, and VUL will have to punt. 25 seconds remaining on the clock, and Shorter will get the ball back one final time. Barron Stadium runs more or less west to east here, and now VUL will call timeout. So VUL will take his second timeout as they get ready to punt. We will oblige to take a timeout also. Back in a moment. Shorter's up 27-0 with 25 seconds to go in the first half and about to get the ball back. Shorter football is on MCN. Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687. Ryan Pettit back in to punt. He's a freshman out of Forest, Virginia. He'll put it in the air from around his 8-yard line. The ball is snapped from the 20. And movement up front. I did not see who went first, if it was a Shorter rusher or if it was a blocker. They're pointing at Shorter, so it looks like it's going to be, and Shorter is retreating, so it looks like it's going to be a 5-yard step off.
Number 6 in the neutral zone calls him the offense to react. 5-yard penalty, fourth down.
Kobe Butts with a bit of a head start there.
25.
Now 4th and 5, so they'll snap it from the 25-yard line. And Pettit will put it into the air from around his 12. A spiraling kick is going to hit at the Shorter 45-yard line. Takes a VUL roll across the 40 to the 35. And will be down at the 32-yard line on the far sideline.
After the punt, Shorter starts first and 10 at the 33.
And Shorter will have the football there. One of the Hawks had one of the Dragons pinned on the sideline. Or on the field, I should say. No call on that one. Just kind of laying on top of him there after getting him into the turf. And we have 15 seconds remaining after the punt and the roll. So Shorter with the football, up 27-0 on homecoming. And looks like the Hawks are going to go into a victory formation. Snap it once and head to the locker room. It's been all shorter in this one. I'm sure the shorter coaching staff, led by Zach Morrison, would like things to be a little crisper in a few situations. Only one punt today, but a couple of long field goals that they would have liked to have had 6-4 instead. Brown will take a knee, and that does it for the first half. You hear the fans celebrate the Hawks as everybody heads toward the locker rooms here at Barron Stadium. Sun-splashed Barron Stadium. It is mostly blue skies overhead now. We have reached halftime on homecoming, and the Hawks lead it 27-0. We'll take a short break here. We'll come back and we'll recap the stats, and look at scores from around the country. Shorter Football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers over 200 programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services, including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business, and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today, 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
If you'd like to advertise on the World Wide Web, consider being a sponsor for Shorter Football on MountainCoastNetwork.com. MCN offers website, live audio streams, and social media commercials while supporting Shorter Hawks football. MCN hosts hundreds of listeners each weekend, and because we are on the web, we can promote your business no matter where it's located. For more information, email us at MountainCoastNetwork@gmail.com. That's MountainCoastNetwork@gmail.com. Help us promote Shorter Hawks football, and go Hawks!
Shorter University is really a special place.
It's a great environment. The teachers are really loving. It's an environment where you know everybody.
I love the professors. Shorter is family. I think sharing our faith together connects us in a way that nothing else can.
You just develop such strong bonds here that you won't ever let go.
Welcome back, everybody. The Shorter Hawks lead the VUL Dragons 27-0 at halftime on homecoming. Glad to have you along with us. Mike Beavers here with you for Shorter Hawks football. 27-0. Hawks up over the Dragons. Homecoming festivities announcing the court taking place here.
She is a
at
senior psychology major from Covington,
But let's take a look at the first half stats. Brought to you by Georgia Northwestern Technical College. GNTC teaches you how. Get trained, get higher. Visit them online at gntc.edu. Well, first of all, let's start with the scoring. Shorter got on the board at the 10:27 mark of the first quarter as Tyler Simpson nailed a field goal from 52 yards out. That put Shorter up 3-0. They have not relinquished that lead since. At the 8-minute mark of the first quarter, Josh Brown completed a pass to Kobe Bates for 31 yards and a touchdown. The PAT was good, and that made it 10-0 as Simpson converted. Josh Brown, with the 3:20 mark of the first quarter, completed a 24-yard pass to Caprice Mobley for the touchdown. Simpson again was good on the kick, and that made it 17-0 Shorter. Then with 8 seconds left in the first quarter, Tyler Simpson hit his second field goal from 52 yards out. That made it 20-0 Shorter as we headed to the second. 4:09 remaining in the second quarter. Josh Brown found Mobley again, this time from 23 yards out for the touchdown. It made it 26-0 and then 27-0 when Simpson hit the PAT, and that's where we sit. He did miss, Tyler Simpson did, a 36-yard field goal try, but nevertheless, Shorter scored on all possessions except 2, if memory serves. 1 punt by Walters, and then 1 missed field goal. No turnovers by the Hawks in the game. So let's take a look at the individual numbers. We'll start first with Shorter. Josh Brown with career day passing. In terms of touchdown passes, he's 9 of 17 for 145 yards and 3 touchdowns to go along with no interceptions. That 3 touchdowns in the first half today equals his mark for the entire season in 11 games last year. So a good start by Josh Brown this year. And on the year, that gives him 5 touchdown passes and 8 for his career. So again, 9 of 17 for 145 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he has not been sacked today either. Rushing yardage, Shorter. Aaliyah, mostly in the second quarter, if not all in the second quarter. 9 rushes for 66 yards. Mann, 9 carries for 41 yards. And Brown, 2 carries for 14 yards.
Everyone has been waiting for
receiving.
The new homecoming king and queen of Shorter.
And we'll take a moment to listen to the announcement of the king and queen.
This year's homecoming queen is Miss Trinice Grimes.
Trinice Grimes, the homecoming queen of 2024. And we await the announcement of the king coming up momentarily. Dr. Dallas presents the Queen's crown.
This year's homecoming king, Mr. Devon Lane.
Hey, how about that? Starting linebacker Devon Lane is the homecoming king for the Hawks. And he did get to come out of the locker room to be part of the homecoming procession. He is out there receiving his laurels and his king's crown. So congratulations.
Please congratulate once again this year's homecoming king and queen and all of the representatives of this year's homecoming court.
And there you have it, a lovely homecoming afternoon in Rome, Georgia, with the naming of the king and queen. Let's get back to our stats. We were just about to move into the receiving numbers. Caprice Mobley with 3 catches for 54 yards and a couple of scores. Bates has 2 catches for 40 yards and a touchdown. Marshall, 3 catches for 34 yards, and Mosteller 1 for 17. As that will wrap it up. So let's look at the team numbers for Shorter. 13 first first downs for the Hawks. They've had 21 rushes for 119 yards. That's 5.7 per run. They've had 9 catches for 145 yards. That's 16 yards per reception. And all in all, 38 snaps for 264 yards for the Hawks. 6.95 yards per play. Not bad at all. And third downs, Hawks are 2 of 6. No fourth down tries. They've held the football for 17 minutes and 47 seconds. And Walters has punted one time for 33 yards. The Hawks do have 7 penalties for 75 yards. And that's been a bit of an issue this season, at least relative to years past. Hawks are always one of the least penalized teams in college football in Division II. But this year, a few more flags. Looking at the offensive numbers for Virginia Lynchburg, Jinx is 6 of 11 for 15 yards. He's been sacked 4 times. Cleves, 1 pass for -3 yards. Rushing, Newman has 6 carries for 5 yards. Cleves has 1 carry for 3. And Jinx has 4 rushes for -30 yards on those 4 sacks. Receiving, Sims has 2 catches for 9 yards for the Dragons. Hairston has 2 catches for 4 yards. Daly, 1 catch for 0, and Newman, 2 catches for -1 yards. For the team stats on offense for VUL, they have 0 first downs. They've rushed 11 times for -22 yards. That's -2 yards a run, of course. They've caught 7 passes for 12 yards. That's 1.7 yards per reception. So all in all, they have snapped the ball 24 times for -10 yards. So Shorter has a 274-yard advantage. 4 punts for 40 yards. 8 punts for 34 yards. 4 penalties for 40 yards. 0 of 8 on third downs. They have not attempted a fourth down, and they've held the ball for 12 minutes and 13 seconds. We're at halftime. The specialists are back out on the field warming up. The homecoming court has returned, or is returning, to the stands at this point. And we're about 9 minutes away from getting the second half underway. Let's take a quick look at the tackling numbers before we break away. Shorter is led by Howard with 3, Benson with 3, Butts with 3. Henry has 2 stops. Thomas has 2, as does Barbie and Gibson and Bonds. Then Lane, Gilmore, Flowers, Hill, and Bethea each have 1 tackle. And let's see, tackles for loss. Benson has 2 solos. Let's see, let me find this other page here. 1 second, if you don't mind. Defense. Doesn't show the... I thought that page had sacks on it. We'll come back to that. We'll take a look at it during the break, see if I can find that for you. Nevertheless, the Hawks are up 27-0. 8:11 left at halftime. We'll take a quick break. Shorter Hawks football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Rome's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686. products.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Parker Systems has been providing high-tech solutions with hometown customer service for more than 30 years. Parker Systems provides customers with the tools needed to make their jobs efficient, their lives easier, and to see our community succeed overall. Parker Systems offers a variety of services including fiber net, generators, alarm, and event logistics. Let Parker Systems be your one-stop shop for all things tech for your business and a reliable source of comfort when it comes to your home. Call today 1-800-8-PARKER. That's 1-800-8-PARKER.
Welcome back, everybody. The Shorter Hawks lead the VUL Dragons 27-0 at halftime. In the background, you likely hear the sounds of the Shorter Marching Hawks under the direction of Dr. Lauren Denny Wright. Let's wrap up our Georgia Northwestern Technical College game recap with the sacks totals, as Christian Benson is credited with a sack and a half. He shared that with Dimitri Flowers. It says we thought it was Mikey Matos at the when the call was made. Jasim Henry is credited with one sack. I thought he might have had two. I'm not challenging the stats. I'm just going off my memory. And Tony Bethea is credited with one sack as well. VUL does not have a sack in the game. Let's take a look at scores around the country. This is presented by Automax. Wherever you're going, Automax has the vehicle for you. Well, the big game of the day is up in Happy Valley. And at the 2-minute timeout, number 4, Ohio State leads number 3, Penn State, 14-10. Duke has traveled to number 5, Miami, and with 1:47 to go in the first half, the Blue Devils are up over the Hurricanes, 21-17. 1:22 to go in the first half. In Fayetteville, Ole Miss up over Arkansas, 28-10. At halftime, well, this is a little closer than the experts might have thought. Number 21, Army, is leading Air Force, but only 6-3. And with 2 seconds to go before half, in Champaign, Illinois trails Minnesota 13-10. At 3:30, number 1 Oregon visits Michigan. At 3:30, a game folks around here are kind of interested in. Florida and number 2 Georgia meet in Jacksonville for the world's largest ice cream social and poetry reading. You can't call it the cocktail party anymore. Doesn't mean it's not happening. At 3:30, Texas Tech visits number 11, Iowa State. At 3:30, number 13, Indiana travels to East Lansing to take on Michigan State. At 3:30, number 17, Kansas State travels to Houston. At 7:30 tonight, another biggie in the SEC, South Carolina, unranked, hosts number 10, Texas A&M. At 7:30, Louisville visits number 11, Clemson. At 7:45, number 7, Tennessee hosts Kentucky. And at 8 o'clock, number 18, Pittsburgh battles number 20, SMU. They are both undefeated in ACC play. And I'm sorry, that still just sounds weird to say Pittsburgh and SMU, especially in the ACC play. Both of those teams have no loss, and Miami, also with a loss, is trailing Duke right now, right before the half. So it's an interesting day in the top 25, perhaps. We haven't had that upset Saturday yet. Last night, Boise State, number 15 in the nation, defeated San Diego State 56-24. That game might not have been as close as it actually sounds, as San Diego State got 14 in the fourth quarter. Let's take a quick look around the ACC. At halftime, NC State leads Stanford 31-14. 12 seconds to go in the second. Virginia Tech on top of Syracuse 14-3. At 3:30, North Carolina visits Florida State. And the rest of the games we've already mentioned. Let's see what's happening in the SEC today. At halftime, Oklahoma trying to get things right. They lead the Maine Black Bears 35-7. Mississippi State host UMass. That's at 4:15. UMass is making a claim to get in the SEC. I think this is the third SEC team they've played this year. And we've mentioned the rest of those games. Alabama and LSU, by the way, are both off before next week's battle down on the Bayou. And then in the GSC, let's see, I'm trying to refresh this. No scores reporting. West Florida visits Erskine. North Greenville visits West Alabama. And Chowan visits Valdosta State. Elsewhere, no D2 scores there that you are interested in. And here, it is 27-0. We're going to take one quick timeout, and we'll get this second half underway. Shorter Hawks football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Ryan Pettit will kick off for Virginia Lynchburg to start the second half.
Welcome back, everybody, whether you're listening on MCN or viewing on YouTube. Glad to have you along with us. Mike Beavers here with you with Shorter Hawks football. As we're getting set to start the second half, Ryan Pettit, the freshman out of Forest, Virginia, will get his first opportunity to kick off this afternoon. He'll tee it up right between the hashes at the 35-yard line. He's a right-footed soccer-style kicker. Shorter will have TJ Holmes deep to the near side. As Shorter will be going left to right under a beautiful sunshiny day in downtown Rome, Georgia this afternoon. Holmes actually was on the left. He cut off the return man who now picks up the ball. That may be Bates himself. He's on the far side. Actually, it's Vandiver. It's 8, not 3, I believe. He'll return it angling across the 25 to the 30 and out near the 33-yard line. And that's where Shorter will start there. Well, John McClellan, the venerable announcer here in the John McClellan Lee Mowry press box. Actually, I believe Mr. Mowry's name comes first. He identified it as
First and 10 at the 33.
Bates. The round numbers for Shorters, the 3s, the 6s, the 9s, they're kind of bubbly and a little hard to make out. And, of course, duplicate numbers don't make things easier for any announcer anywhere. First down and 10 for Shorter. Swing pass out to the right side. That's caught by Mobley. He will shake one tackle, cuts upfield. He's near the 40-yard line. They'll say he got stopped at the 39, so that's going to pick up about 5 yards as Brown got the snap, just flung the ball out to the right side. Mobley got it. He'll pick up 6 yards there. So a second down and 4 upcoming for Shorter at their own 39-yard line. Hawks driving left to right, handoff, and that's going to be man. He's got blocking in front of him, sidesteps a man at the 45-yard line, cuts inside. He's ahead to the 50 and the 49-yard line in enemy territory. So Carlos Mann with the run, and he'll pick up about 12 yards there, and it's going to be a first down run. Murray with a stop for VUL. And the Hawks have their second first down of the drive. They'll credit him with 11. And now he'll get the handoff again. Starts left, gets pushed to a little left as pressure came in on the right side. One of the VUL defenders hit him. That'll be a gain of only about 1 yard, maybe. Yeah, they've spotted it at the 50 instead of the 49. So this run will pick up a yard, maybe a yard and a half. And now the Hawks looking at a second and long. Strunk the center, Bryce Campbell, and Ja'Cory Wright, along with Anthony Moraes and Vinny Dresser up front for Shorter. Two receivers and an H-back to the right. Snap back, waist high, handoff into the belly of the running back. Man will shake a tackle at the 45-yard line, finds a seam. He's forward across the 50, steps outside toward the 40-yard line, across the numbers, and to the boundary he'll go at the 35 before he's finally chased down by K.C. Cox for the Dragons. Nice run. He was caught in the backfield a couple of times today as Man has tried to run wide to the right side. One of the defensive backs has shot upfield and tried to take his legs out. First time he leapt him, this time he kind of stepped through it and then made a nice cut inside and then back outside for the run. First down and 10 for Shorter. And we are playing shortened clocks here in the second half. 7:37 to go in the third quarter. And this is the opening drive. Brown back to pass, zips it. He's got his man. Marshall has the grab on the post this time. He'll break a tackle. He's angling across the field. 10, 15, from the 15 to the 10. He's into the end zone. And that will be a roughly 40-yard touchdown pass, fourth of the afternoon. I was trying to count the yardage and call the yard lines at the same time, and that rarely works. But the pass is going to be good for 36 yards and a Shorter touchdown. And for Marshall, that's his first score of the day and the fourth touchdown pass for Josh Brown. And now the officials having some discussion. They've thrown the post route now 3 times. The first one was a missile that went right through the hands of Marshall. The second time he was well covered and the defender got a hand on the ball and slapped it away. This time the ball was on the money. He grabbed it, bounced off a tackler, and then just outraced everybody as he angled across the end zone, toward the end zone, across the field toward the end zone from the 20 in toward the pylon on the far side. 33-0, Shorter now. Hawks were a man short on the PAT team, and after the officials' discussion, we're now set to go. 7:21 in the shortened third quarter, and awaiting the snap. It's back. Kick is down. Spot is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So 5 plays, 67 yards, and Shorter has a 34-0 lead thanks to the 36-yard Brown to Marshall touchdown connection. Shorter Hawks football is on the Mountain Coast Network. 34-0 SU.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Welcome back to Barron Stadium in Rome, where the Shorter Hawks lead at 34-0 on homecoming. 7:21 to go in the third quarter. We're playing 10-minute quarters here in the second half. Kickoff down to the 5-yard line. It will be returned by VUL toward the center of the field, and they'll get up to the 15-yard line on that angled run. There are flags on the field. And we will see. Seems like every kick these days has a penalty with it. We'll see what comes up here. Brown now 11 of 19 for 187 yards and 4 touchdown passes. And again, he had 3 all of last season.
Holding number 24 of the return team. After this, the kick goes. First down.
So holding is the call against VUL's Ronnie Alexander. It was Placide who had returned the kick for roughly 10 yards. So we'll do the half the distance walk-off, and VUL will start deep in its own territory.
Virginia Lynchburg starts first and 10 at the 8.
Looks like Jinx is back at quarterback. No, it is not. Jinx. I was looking at the wrong guy. I saw a single-digit number, but that's going to be Newman. Cleves will start the second half as VUL with 2 receivers to the left. They'll start at 1st and 10 from their own 8-yard line. Handoff into the middle of the line. Newman is forward out to the 10, maybe just across it toward the 11-yard line. So give him a couple of 3 yards on that one. 2nd and 8 upcoming.
Jacob Newman on the carry.
As Newman now the leading rusher for VUL. He's got 7 yards. Bethea combined on the tackle. Nakobe Spurrier injured and out today. KB Bonds got the start in his stead. Shorter with that 3-3 look again, as I thought I heard a whistle when the ball was snapped, but no. Pass is thrown to the right side, too wide for the intended receiver across the way. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and long. Henry, for the most part, has been backed off, or at times at least, has been backed off the line as a linebacker in this 3-3 look. Seen him up there a couple of times anyway. Sims was the intended receiver, as that was a bullet pass thrown just out of his reach. So now 3rd down, we'll call it 8 to go. The line to gain would be their own 18-yard line. And 0 of 8 on 3rd downs today. In fact, they do not have a 1st down earned this afternoon, not even via penalty, I believe. Back to pass, throwing, sidearm throw, out of the back of the end zone, throwing at the 1st down marker. The catch is made. It's right at the mark, and that may be it right there. Yep, that's the first down of the afternoon. And they had to have had 1st downs by penalty. That's the first earned 1st down of the afternoon. 8 yards on the money, so it's 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. So Cleves with his 2nd completion. He's 2 of 4 now for 5 yards. 1st and 10 from the 18. Twin receivers to either side. Here comes the pressure as Cleves will come upfield. He will throw, and it's intercepted. Tried to throw to his left, running to his left. Instead, it was low and nowhere near his receiver. Picked off by the Hawks as coming up with the football. Hugh Barbie will get his 2nd interception of the season. And for the Hawks, I believe that's interception number 6 on the year. Yes, it is, with Barbie getting 2 now. And Shorter gets the football back. 34-0, 6 minutes remaining in shortened quarters. This is the 3rd period from Barron Stadium in Rome. Only just thin, wispy clouds overhead, a few vapor trails, and that's about it. After the overcast skies through most of the first half. VU with a stand-up linebacker on the center. The handoff will go left on 1st and 10, plowing ahead for a couple of yards on that left side. That's Charles Aaliyah. He and Mann have been working together. Lanier McCrary unable to go again today. I mean, think about it. Shorter's got the backup quarterback in, at least relative to the starting roster. The 2nd and 3rd running backs are playing. They're down Trayvon Durden, the most explosive receiver. And the offensive line is who draws the long straw to start today. They've had so many injuries. Aaliyah with a handoff. He is breaking through across the 25 to the 20, down across the 15. He will go. Charles Aaliyah exploded through the middle of the line, was just running past the Dragons as he'll get down to the 15-yard line. After that 2-yard rush, he'll get the Hawks down to the 5. Brown, the quarterback, in the shotgun, stands across the 20-yard line. Strunk will snap it. 2 receivers and a running back to the right side. Aaliyah gets the handoff. He starts to the middle, doesn't like it, checks outside, and he'll be wrapped up after a short gain down to about the 13-yard line. 18 yards on that previous carry. Murray and White combined on the stop. And now Shorter after a 3-yard pickup by Aaliyah there. Shorter looking at a 2nd and 7. They can get a 1st down. From our angle, looks like just outside the 5-yard line for Shorter. 4:24 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Again, it's a 10-minute quarter. 10-minute quarters in the second half. 34-0 Hawks on top. Aaliyah, the handoff, left side. He's got some blocking, but he's having to push against VUL. He'll get down to the 10.5-yard line, so that's a pickup of another couple. generously. So third down and about 6 to go. And Shorter will sub out. Rachel and Niblett will come out. Mosteller and Bates will come in. So the heavies come out and the wide receivers go back. Brown will have Aaliyah to his left on this third down and 6 to go. They'll have to get the football to the 5. From just outside the 10, the snap. Here comes pressure. Brown's got to unload it. He gets it away. It's caught by Mosteller. He comes back on the near side to grab it. He is at the 11-yard line, so he will actually lose a yard on the play. Pressure came right up the middle. It was Jeremy Butler, I believe, who got to Josh Brown. Brown had to roll out to his right just to try to get rid of the ball, and he threw it toward the sidelines. Mosteller came back to grab it, but it's a catch for -1, and now it's 4th down and Tyler Simpson time. 2 of 3 on the afternoon. He's hit from 52 twice, 1 on the right hash, 1 on the left hash. He's missed from the right hash from 36, and this one will be 29 yards. On the season, he's 2 of 3 from 20 to 29. Motion on the defense already. Hawks will call fire. Walters rolls out. He throws. He's got a man in the end zone, and it's good for 2. Not the way they drew it up, but that's the way it worked. As once again, VUL had a rusher off the edge. And waiting on the call, it appears to be defensive lineman Max Schieffer with the grab. There is a flag on the play. 2-point stands. Okay, so it was once again, I believe that was Dwayne Harris who came across again. He just decides to go when he wants to go. That's twice he's done that today. Shorter converts the 2-point play. Schieffer got the catch. Oh, that was a field goal try. Excuse me. That's a touchdown. I've lost my mind. Shorter's had 3 PATs blocked this year, and I guess I reverted to that. No, it was a field goal try, so Wyatt Walters gets the touchdown pass. I was so proud of myself on the fire call for remembering. I screwed it up anyway. Oh, well. 40-0 as the kick comes in, and it is good. Shorter obviously declined, and they kicked the PAT. I'm sorry, folks, I wrecked that one. So let's run it back. That is going to be a 12-yard pass from Walters to Schieffer for the touchdown, and then the PAT. Well, that was not going on the highlight reel. 41-0, Shorter on top, 2:23 to go. We'll keep it right here. That was a 6-play, 35-yard drive.
To Gideon Russell.
Brown now 12 of 20 passing for 4 touchdowns. And now Walters 1 of 1 passing for 12 yards and a touchdown. 5 touchdown passes for Shorter. That's going to be pushing the records. Have to dig back through that. We'll see 5 touchdown passes. Shorter does not have a rushing touchdown today. Simpson ready to kick off. He's going to be tired this evening. After all the kickoffs, extra points, and field goals. This one more of a line drive kick. It will hit right at the goal line, checks up, and then bounds into the end zone. And VUL will get the football at the 25-yard line. Once again, they have 1 first down on the afternoon, and that was on the previous drive. They needed 8 yards and got 8 on the nose. Looking ahead to next week, VUL will be traveling to play Fort Lauderdale, and they're going to play it in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Maybe they need a guest broadcaster for that next week. Nah, I'd rather be here. Shorter will have Senior Day next Saturday. Again, another noon kickoff, and that'll be against old friend, the University of West Alabama. And remember, there are some scheduled changes coming up. We'll go over that after this play. Back to pass, rolling toward the right side, loading up, being caught from behind. Did the ball get stripped? I think it did. Shorter battling for the football, and I think the Hawks have it at the 20-yard line. We'll see. Yes, they do. And it's KB Bonds who comes up with the football, and he is sprinting down the field. He gets the turnover belt. He will run all the way from the 20. All the way. Now, the play is dead. He's just celebrating. He runs all the way down to the 30-yard line, slides into the boundary, grabs the turnover belt on the way, one of those wrestling championship belts, and he'll get his first fumble recovery of the season. KB Bonds, the sophomore out of Lexington, with the fumble recovery. I think it was Henry who stripped the quarterback Cleaves as he was trying to escape pressure and load up to pass downfield. 2:21 to go in the third. Hawks with a football back. Brown, the quarterback, gets the snap, puts the ball in the belly of his running back, and that's Aaliyah. He's weaving in through traffic and gets down to the 15-yard line. A 5-yard pickup there on first down for Charles Aaliyah. That's his 14th carry and should put him around the 95-yard mark. Yep. Well, they confirmed that it was Benson who forced the fumble, then recovered by Bonds. The 5-yard gain by Aaliyah has Shorter looking at a second down and 5 to go from the plus 15-yard line, right between the hashes. Sign at their backs as VUL crowds the line. Aaliyah starts right, stutter steps a little bit, leans forward, dives ahead. He's down to about the 6-yard line, maybe the 7, as he'll pick up the first down run. That run's going to go for almost 8 yards.
Along with Sakari Choppy. Gain down to the 7-yard line.
And so now first and goal to go from the 7. Again, VUL has everybody on the line of scrimmage practically as Aaliyah takes this handoff, starts to his left, gets tripped up, and he'll go down at the line of scrimmage. He was trying to bounce it outside and looked like he had area to run there, but he got tripped up. He'll come out of the game, and now Carlos Mann will come back in. So Aaliyah, with that last 8-yard run, now has 103 yards on the afternoon. And now Mann in, looking for his first touchdown of his Shorter career. He'll line up to the left of Brown on this second and goal to go from outside the 7-yard line. Charges through the middle of the line, breaks a tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Shorter. Carlos Mann finds the end zone for the first time in his career from 7 yards out, and the Hawks lead at 47-0. 23 seconds to go in the third. And for Shorter now, 188 yards on the ground, to go along with 186 yards in the air. Can't get much more even than that. Snap is back, spot is down, kick is up, kick is good. And Shorter leads it 48-0, 23 seconds to go in the third quarter from Barron Stadium. A happy homecoming indeed. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
Home's local Alpha agent Ben McWhorter is here to help you find the perfect insurance coverage for your needs, from home and auto to life and business. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben today at 706-234-8686. Ben McWhorter's Alpha Insurance Agency proudly serves Rome and the surrounding communities, including Armurchie, Lindell, Rockmart, Cedartown, Cartersville, Somerville, Calhoun, and Adairsville. Alpha is dedicated to providing you with personalized service. Call Ben McWhorter today at 706-234-8686.
Well, that was a 4-play, 20-yard drive, capped off by Carlos Mann's first touchdown. And Shorter leads it 48-0. By the way, McLean Finneran was in for the point after try. And it's about that time of day to start throwing away the depth chart that I have and looking at the roster because there's going to be a lot of new numbers in on both sides. Kickoff bounds at the 20-yard line across the way, pops back up into the air, and then will be knocked out of bounds, taken out of bounds by VUL. And we'll get started and see what's happening on this drive with the Dragons down 48-0, 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. They have run 29 plays for minus 5 yards. They'll go back to Matthew Jinks at quarterback and Shorter with a lot of new numbers in on defense. So there goes the spotting chart. Here comes the roster. 48-0, Hawks on top, 20 seconds remaining. Rocket snap back. It goes to the left of Jinks. He'll pick it up. Shorter rushes in. Jinks will run around the right corner, just trying to make something out of the play. He'll pick up 1 yard, maybe, possibly 2, out to the 20-yard line. They'll say he just got across it.
Run out of bounds by Andrew Walker.
And actually, Jinks did get the handoff away to Ryan Sims. Or did he dump the ball off as he got to the far side? I thought maybe it looked like a little pitch was flipped out across the way, but nevertheless, the third quarter comes to an end. 48-0, Shorter on top of Virginia University of Lynchburg. We go to a 10-minute fourth quarter after these messages on the Mountain Coast Network.
Trucked Up on the Armurchie Connector is your premier destination for all truck accessories in Rome and the surrounding areas. Trucked Up is dedicated to enhancing your truck's functionality and style with a wide range of offerings, from truck bed liners to portable outdoor buildings, gooseneck trailer hitches to wheels and tires. They have everything you need to elevate your truck to the next level. Visit Trucked Up for top quality products, expert installations, and unparalleled customer service. Give them a call at 706-584-7687.
Welcome back to Barron Stadium in Rome. A 10-minute fourth quarter in the offing. As we swap into the field, VUL will go to the left end of Barron Stadium as you're listening on your devices this afternoon. Left end of Barron Stadium is the levee end, which protects downtown Rome from the Coosa River, which forms just off to our left. Jinks back to pass after a low snap. He will throw the ball to the right. It's on the Shorter sideline. Aaliyah was the closest one to making the catch, and he plays running back for Shorter. The intended receiver racing down the field was Ryan Sims, and he was not really even looking for the ball. It looks like a lot of times Jinks, now granted, he was sacked 4 times in the first half. It looks like he's just kind of chunking the ball a lot of times when he turns loose. Third down now, and 7 to go. The line to gain is the 28-yard line on VUL's side of the field. I think fatigue is starting to kick in a little bit on me. A low snap again. Jinks looking left, throws, has a man. He's in the backfield, but he'll make the catch. Moves inside, puts 2 moves on Shorter defenders. He's across the 25 to the 30, ahead to the 37-yard line as Sims will make the catch in the backfield out wide behind the line of scrimmage, but he will run, cuts inside 2 Shorter defenders, and that's the second earned first down by VUL this afternoon, and the longest play of the day. It goes for 17 yards for the Dragons. VUL on the ball. Lots of new jerseys in for Shorter. We'll track those as the plays develop. Jinks back to pass, has a nice pocket, throws. The receiver is on the ground. Shorter tries to intercept the ball, but a flag flies in late. In coverage across the way for Shorter was Dedrick Gibson, the sophomore out of Rockmart. He may be called for. There it is. A little hard to hear Eddie Smith that time, our referee, but he did say it was an interference call, which will go against Dedrick Gibson, and that moves the football. to the 42-yard line. It'll be a first down from there. The chain crew a little late to move. I looked up and it was first down and 5, and I knew that didn't look right. 2 receivers stacked to either side, and the handoff goes into the middle. It's Newman. He will break free, spins through 2 tacklers, runs into a shorter defender, pushes ahead. He's got a 12, 13-yard run for a first down into shorter territory at the 45-yard line. And this will be the first time Virginia University of Lynchburg has ventured into shorter territory, if I'm not mistaken. Just about have to be. They've only got 2 first downs on the day. VUL with a first down. They're down 48-0, but the offense is moving the ball. Pass is thrown near side. It will be caught on the ground by Sims. He has it at the 32 yards. Jinx. Now 2 flags are thrown as some pushing and shoving between the shorter defensive line and the VUL offensive line. Jinx. Now I watched the ball fly away. I don't know if Jinx got hit after the play or not. We'll see what happens here as our officials are discussing it. Been a bit of a flag fest today. This will be the 14th penalty of the afternoon. Could be the 15th if they're offsetting. We'll see what the crew determines. There was some pushing and shoving around the offense and the defensive linemen. Among them, I would more accurately say. And the VUL team is going to the sidelines, or headed that way toward the numbers. Shorter's defense still standing out on the field, ready to go. And a protracted discussion by the men in the black and white shirts. They're standing right at midfield. Zach Morrison looking on, saying, what's going on out there? 8:27 to go. I'm up 48-0. This has become what Chris Fowler calls a time card game. You're just punching it, trying to get out at the end of the day, watching the clock. Here's Eddie Smith.
One on each team. Number 92 of the defense, number 55 of the offense. Those penalties will cancel. It's a first down. That's both players' first UNF of the game.
So, KB Bonds and of Shorter and Maju Ba of VUL both draw unsportsmanlike flags. It's a do-over, basically. No real penalty on that because it's still a first down. They're offsetting, and Newman has the football. He will get to the sidelines. He breaks free. He's across the 20, down to the 10, down inside the 5-yard line before Shorter finally gets him out of bounds at the 3. Just took the ball around the right end, got to the boundary, eluded a couple of Hawks, and VUL is looking to break the Shorter shutout. They've got a first down and goal to go from the 3-yard line. 2 receivers stacked to the right, 2 spread out wide to the left. That's been a running formation for them most of the day. Newman takes the handoff. He has pelted, driven back in the backfield as Shorter had defender Andrew Waldrop, redshirt freshman out of Blue Ridge, come through and attaches face mask to the chest plate of Jacob Newman and put him down. It's going to be a loss back to the 6-yard line, and VUL has called a timeout.
This timeout is sponsored by...
And we'll keep it here to finish our conversation from earlier. We talked about next week, Shorter will be hosting West Alabama. Again, a noon kickoff here at Barron Stadium. As the applause you hear is from, apparently a cheerleader has been injured and is strapped to a stretcher and being taken out by first responders. Hope she's okay. But Shorter has 2 away games coming on the 14th at Kentucky State. That's a Thursday night. And then on the 22nd at North Greenville. That's a Friday night. That's coming up. VUL now, first down and goal to go. Jinks brings a motion man in. He will send him back. That's Sims. Jinks 3 steps to drop, looks left, comes back to the right, has his man. That's Newman. He will catch the ball at the 3. He will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons. They will get on the board for the first time, but there is a flag, so hold the phone. A flag is between the hashes at the 12-yard line. The Hawks, Tony Bethay slapping his thigh pads. So the flag goes against VUL. It's on Xander Smith, the 310-pounder from Walls, Mississippi. If you're 310 pounds, you're going to get spotted out there if you do anything wrong. Nobody's going to miss you. You're not going to get away with a whole lot. So the ball is moved back to the 16-yard line. Second and goal to go from there. Ball just inside the right hash as the Dragons are driving left to right. Their white helmets, white jerseys, dark blue pants. 2 receivers split to either side. Newman is to the right of Jinks. The snap is low and away. Here comes the pressure. They'll grab Jinks. They'll throw him down back at the 30-yard line. Shorter coming through. Cody Earl and company. Waldrop not far away that time as well. And that's a loss all the way back to the 28-yard line. So it's third and goal to go from there. I did call a high school game one time with a 4th and goal from the 40. They did not convert to set the record straight. We'll see where VUL goes from here. They had scored a touchdown, had the play called back, and now VUL will call another timeout. That is their second. Well, you can't take them back to Lynchburg. We'll take a quick break here. Shorter is up 48-0, trying to protect the shutout. Shorter football is on MCN.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
Miami 17. Third quarter, Ole Miss 35, Arkansas 10. And third quarter, Army 13, Air Force 3.
Well, thank you, John McClellan, to contributing to our Automax scoreboard. Heard a few scores from around the country there. VUL looking at a third down and goal to go from the 28-yard line. They are now 2 of 10 on third downs on this Saturday. 2 receivers split wide to the left, 2 to the right, 1 back in the backfield to the left of Jinks. He claps his hands, gets the snap number high. Here comes the pressure. He will reverse out, roll to his right. He will unload the football at the 41-yard line. He will throw it deep. It is out of bounds near the goal line. He was hit by a couple of rushers on the shorter sideline and goes to the turf, but pops back up. I thought for a second he was going to be sacked back around the 42, but he eluded the last couple of guys. But he comes up dragging his right arm. It's just kind of flailing as he jogs back to the far sideline. And he might have fallen on that right shoulder. Maybe that's just how he kind of jogs, but he'll take his helmet off. And his arm appears to be okay. So now a field goal try of 45 yards by Ryan Pettit will be attempted. Strickland holds at the 35. Off the right hash. Snap is back. Spot is down. The kick is blocked. Shorter will block the kick. The Hawks pick it up, try to return, and the return will be stymied at the 30-yard line. Whoever had the football for Shorter had a dragon on his back, and he was just kind of spinning him around, trying to shake him. It looked like we were in WWE, and I think it's Gibson who got the block. and hit the ball, and the ball's flight never got higher than the offensive lineman's tailgates. And so Shorter will hold. The shutout is preserved, and the Hawks will send some more new players out. Jeb Walls, redshirt freshman from Perry, Georgia, is in at quarterback. He's 2 of 4 on the season for 29 yards, a long pass of 21. The UL crowding the line. They'll bring everybody again. Handoff ahead to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. And the jersey number is crinkled up a little bit. We'll see who it is. Maybe Brent Brown. There it is, 22. Brent Brown with the carry. I believe that's Brown's first of the year. And he'll pick up 1 to the 31. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Again, we had 10-minute quarters here in the third and fourth. Brown, the handoff to the right side, looking for some room. He'll bounce it out, trying to get around his offensive lineman. He'll pick up maybe another yard on the play, so it is 3rd down and 8 for the Hawks. Cook gets the stop after the pickup of 1, maybe 1.5. So 3rd down and long.
3rd and 8, 32.
Shorter on the afternoon, only 2 of 7. 3rd down conversions have been a bugaboo for the Hawks this season. For a bear. As we're down inside 5.5 minutes. Again, West Alabama next week. North Alabama's competing in the FCS now. 2 receivers to either side. Walls back to pass. He's looking deep. He has a man at the 30-yard line. It is caught at the 30, falling forward to the 25. Shorter with the big completion on 3rd and long. That's Terrence Vandiver. That will be his first catch of the season. And Shorter has the football, 1st and 10. At the 26-yard line. 42 yards on the play and 4:44 left on the clock. So Walls, his longest completion of the year. Handoff left side. Brown trying to find some room. He'll duck under a man, turns upfield and gets across the 25 to the 30. Didn't think he was down yet. He kept running and was tackled again, but the officials say, nope, come back here. Your knee was down at the 24. Shorter subbing in some more players. Adam Fullen, tight end out of Canton. Tusculum transfer. He'll come in. As Walls steps to the line, says something to the big guys up front. And now we'll hand off again on 2nd down and 8. Brown will carry a man with him as he gets outside the numbers on the left side across the 20-yard line. Smith will ride him down, and that'll be a pickup of about 6 yards. Leads Shorter with a 3rd down and 3.
Again, 5 yards, 3rd and 3 at the 19.
Shorter getting set. Holmes will go wide to the right side. 2 receivers out there. A tight end to the left and an H-back to the right. Kind of a heavy set for Shorter. Kind of an ace-looking set. As the lone back gets the football, he is forward across the 20 and then the 15 and then down to the 11-yard line, running right down the hashes like it's a railroad. As that was once again Brown with the carry. Stat page about a snap behind. That's the 5th carry. So 5 carries for 17 yards for Brown. He'll get the handoff again this time. Starts left, gets caught. He will back his way to the 10-yard line. He'll get back to the line maybe a few feet on 1st down, and that's about it as he's working behind his left side of his offensive line.
Middleton on the tackle. No game. 2nd and 10.
2 receivers to the right, an H-back there as well. As Shorter has a 2nd down and basically 10 to go. New back in the game, starts right, goes back left. And that's Aaliyah back in. as he will get the carry. Bounces it out left. He gets down inside the 10 to the 9. 2 minutes remaining, and there is your 2-minute timeout. Hawks with a 3rd and 7 at the 8-yard line, and 2 minutes remaining when we come back. Shorter leads it 48-0. Closing minutes of homecoming. We'll take a quick break. Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel across the southeast from the mountains of upstate South Carolina to the Gulf Coast on the Florida Panhandle. Wherever you are headed, Automax has the car, SUV, van, or bus that you need. Call Automax today at 706-291-0600 or visit them online at automaxrental.com/Rome.
Harlan Jacobs' defensive crew pitched a shutout. They actually gave up a touchdown on the last drive by VUL that was brought back because of a penalty, and then they pushed them all the way back to the 28-yard line and then blocked a field goal try to preserve the shutout. Now Shorter knocking on the door the other way. 3rd down and 7 to go. They can get a first down inside the 10. Pass is thrown. Post route toward the goal line. It's in. Touchdown. Shorter with a touchdown grab in traffic. Walls with his first touchdown pass. It goes to TJ Holmes. That's his 2nd catch of the year in the end zone. And Shorter has now crossed the 50-point threshold. And it's been a while since that's happened. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the Hawks having the 50 burger on the scoreboard in quite some time. 1:55 to go. And now back in for the point after try.
The kick is good.
And the kick is up and good. 9 plays, 70 yards. Holmes gets the grab from Walls, 8 yards out. That's Walls' first touchdown pass of his career. That's Holmes' 2nd touchdown catch of his year. And Shorter has 6 touchdown passes on the afternoon to go with 1 rushing touchdown. I don't think that's ever happened, 6 touchdown passes. So we'll go break out the record books this week and have all that information for you next week. We'll keep it here since we just had the 2-minute break. 1:55 remaining. The Hawks with a double nickel on the scoreboard, up 55-0. Don't forget, next week is West Alabama. Homecoming and Senior Day back-to-back here at Barron Stadium. After 3 weeks on the road, the Hawks get to spend 2 weeks in the friendly confines of historic Barron Stadium. Then they'll close out with a Thursday night game on November 14th at Kentucky State. We're still working at coverage opportunities for that. I do not believe they have a video stream. And with a Thursday night game, that'd be 2 days off work for me. And folks, I just can't do that. We're looking at Twitter, we're looking at live tweeting, and we're looking at whatever we can do to bring that game to you. And then we will have the makeup game with North Greenville on the 22nd. That's a Friday night. We will have that one for you here on MCN for sure. That's good. Mispronounced the name of your own company. Kevin Strickland's about to fire me for that. He's the co-owner and our producer. Kickoff into the end zone. Andy Avalar with the PAT last time, by the way. 3 kickers in the game now for Shorter. And that kind of afternoon, all rosy for the Hawks. There's some things the coaches are going to want to clean up. That's the nature of the business. They would have probably liked to have traded those 4 field goal attempts for 4 more touchdowns. Several penalties, 8 penalties for 80 yards. A blocked a field goal try, but there again, there was a big rush off the edge. The player had jumped anyway. So now, back into the game is Cleaves. He will scramble left. He's got some running room. He is running up the hashes, gets sideways, straightens up before a Hawk hits him, and puts him down at the 47-yard line. So he's going to have about 23 yards on that run. And a 1st and 10 now for VUL at the Shorter at their own 47-yard line for Shorter. I think that was Jaden Dorsey who made the tackle. 2 receivers make it 3 to the left. Now that pass that they throw to into the backfield will be Sims catching it. There's 3 receivers and he'll run forward for about 9 yards. There's 3 receivers lined up to the left. 2 of them take off. 1 of them drops back and takes what is effectively a screen pass, but technically a swing pass out to the left side. The 2 other receivers run off the defenders, and then he catches and runs it. Sims does. Trying to hurry up. They get a little too fast, do the Dragons. Cleves can't believe the call. He turns around, looks at the official when the flags fly and the whistle's blowing. It's wide. Throws his arms up in the air. They'll say false start, so that's going to drop it back to 2nd down and 8 now after the 5-yard step off. The ball is at the 49-yard line. VUL on their own side of the field. They'll have to get to the Hawks 43 for the first. Shorter with 4 down linemen and 2 backers. As Cleves now rolling out to his right side as protection breaks down. Now he'll stop. He'll backpedal. He's going to throw the football toward the sidelines on Shorter's side. He will make the grab. He had a Hawk defender in his face. And now the flag will be dropped for intentional grounding. He was well out. He had dropped back about 30 yards before he threw the football. Shorter had a defender on top of him as Cleves heaved the ball toward the Shorter sidelines. And we figure intentional grounding.
Quarterback is outside the tackle box. However, across the line of scrimmage.
So
we have intentional grounding on the offense. Loss of downs at the far side. 3rd down.
So if you missed the beginning of that before the mic kicked in, the pass was thrown out of bounds, which is okay, except that it did not pass the line of scrimmage in doing so. And Cleves, with that 30-yard drop, was definitely outside of the tackle box. So it is intentional grounding. So now it is 3rd down and 37 to go. The ball will be snapped from the 20-yard line. 55 seconds on the clock. And a 3rd down and 27 for the Dragons. They'll have to get the ball to the Shorter 43 for a 1st down. 2 receivers to either side. The ball is on the right hash. The snap is back. Cleves looks like he wants to run. He will now pull it down and run. He's caught and taken down for a 5-yard scamper around the left side as Shorter tracked him down. The cutoff angle was in favor of Waldrop. He'll get another tackle. So now it's 4th down and 32 yards to go. Punting on the afternoon, Pettit. This will be his 9th. He's averaged 34 yards, so he's looking to punt for 1st down yardage here, and that's exactly where the Shorter return man is standing at the 1st down marker at the 43. Now he'll back up to the 42 as we'll wait on Ryan Pettit to put this one in the air. The clock has run down to 3 seconds. There is a flag on the play. And I believe they were just trying to burn the clock, and it did not work. Delay of game, I think, is going to be the call. There it is.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty, puts down. Shorter has declined a 10-second runoff. Clock will start on the snap.
So Shorter declined the 10-second runoff with the clock at 3 seconds. So the punt will go away just to attempt to get a few more bodies in the game, I would presume, at this stage. Stinnett will punt this one from Pettit will kick this one from inside his 10-yard line. He will actually just drop back. He won't kick it. He will take a knee. The clock will end. So that'll do it as the Hawks defeat the Dragons 55-0 on homecoming. All smiles for everybody in blue and white today. We will take a short break, come back and wrap this one up from Barron Stadium. Shorter with a big win on homecoming. A record-setting day for sure. Back in a moment, Shorter football is on the Mountain Coast Network.
At Georgia Northwestern Technical College, we specialize in hands-on training for high-demand careers. GNTC offers programs of study in aviation, business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 convenient campus locations. With the Hope Career Grant, many of our programs are offered tuition-free. Apply now. Visit us at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. High-demand careers begin here.
When the Shorter Hawks football team hits the road, the Mountain Coast Network broadcast team heads to Automax. Corey Rhodes and his crew have the right vehicle for us to travel